Okay, so hello everyone. Today it's my super duper pleasure to introduce you to Laurelle, a really incredible sister of mine. And I definitely wanted her to be part of this Women's Wisdom Collective as she brings definitely some medicine and some superpowers to our planet. And yeah, so let's just begin getting to know Relle, and like you can start telling us where you are and um, what you love doing.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on. This is exciting. So I am in Australia. I'm in a beautiful coastal town called Portland on the southwest coast of Victoria. We're surrounded by ocean, three sides of us, and it's a really magical place. So what do I love? I love natural therapies. I love alternate therapies. I am a sound therapist. I've been studying sound therapy for the last couple of years, and feel that I've really stepped into my own, my true path. I was a musician in a previous life. I used to play guitar and sing for people to make them feel good. And a couple of years ago, I was a passenger in a car accident, which left me fairly broken. So part of my rehabilitation journey has been with sound, using sound and learning sound. And that's really helped me to learning that the therapy side of things has really allowed me to get in touch with my inner self and really work out what makes me tick, and to be able to identify things that perhaps are not for my highest good, and it's given me the tools to be able to recognize those things and release them. So it's been an amazing journey, and I have manifested beautiful people along the way, such as yourself. So I feel very blessed to be surrounded by empowered women who are all about the betterment of our world and bringing everybody back to a space of love and peace and harmony.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, you did a beautiful job in giving us a picture of you, and something that I was thinking about when I was writing down the questions for you was I really felt the power of your energy whenever I approach you, whenever I call you, whenever we check in. You have this I am great when I ask you how you're feeling, and you did also today. It's like so funny. And so like my first question is really about this I am great, because it feels like it's like a chosen mantra for your life and for who you are. And it really like defaults the listener into a place where there's like there's this awe, and there's like no space for complaint. It's like complaints are not allowed when you show this I am great energy, and so I was wondering how has this been working for you?
It's been an imperative part of my journey to find the silver lining in every cloud. I do have bad days, just like any other human on this planet, but recognizing that at any moment I can choose, or anybody can choose, how they respond or react to situations, and choosing to be empowered by any situation that comes up, whether we perceive it as a good thing or a bad thing, is it allows us to grow, to learn and to grow, and to build a resistance. Resistance isn't the right word. It's like building a muscle, flexing a muscle. And there have been days where I have been rock bottom, and to recognize that and to stand in front of a mirror even and to affirm how magnificent I am and how far I've come, and looking at the amazing people I have in my life, and there's always somebody worse off.
Yeah, it seems like it's been working very, very well. And yeah, I love the vulnerability with which you speak. It really touches me. And I was wondering, because of what you're saying, what are your daily rituals? What are those things that you do like every single day?
Okay. When I get out of bed in the morning, I make my bed and I open the curtain, and regardless of whether it's raining, hailing, shining, birds are always singing. They even sing when it's windy and rainy. And to just acknowledge the beauty that's outside my window. Number one, I've woken up breathing. That's a bonus. Number two, I have a beautiful garden outside my bedroom window that I can look at. I have my beautiful dog, Bo. He's my best friend. I call him my cosmic dog. He's quite in tune. And I have a mirror, a full-length mirror in my room that I have a scarf that I cover over the mirror at nighttime when I'm going to bed. And in the morning when I take the cover off, I say good morning to myself and I love you and what a glorious day it is. And then I head off into my kitchen and I make myself a cup of warm water with a drop of Slim and Sassy or Smart and Sassy dōTERRA oils and a drop of On Guard as well. So that's the first do in the mornings, and go about my day. And at night time, I also spend a lot of time at the beach. I really re-energize at the beach. So spending time in nature, shoes off, really getting my feet into the sand and standing in the ocean, and having my dog, who absolutely loves the beach and loves to chase the ball, that helps me be motivated to go to the beach. He's a very energetic dog. So just spending time in nature and eating nutritious food, really listening to my body and what my body is asking for, and resting when I need to rest, and spending time with my beautiful friends and family. And at night time, before I put the cover over my mirror before I go to bed, I again look myself in the eyes and say how magnificent what a magnificent day, and you have sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the morning, and I love you, and put the cover back over and go to bed. I put when I get into bed at night time, I put frankincense on my feet and on my temples and on the back of my head and on the roof of my mouth. So that's another ritual. And I did neglect to mention that I do take the dōTERRA Long Life Vitality products as well, in a nutrition product, and my breakfast is always a smoothie with live food.
what a great, I want to like come and hang out, have a day with you at the beach and smoothies and doggies. And in fact, like my next question was really probably connected to what you just said about nature and like what keeps you connected to you? Like what are those elements or things or people in your life that keep you connected to yourself and to your intuition?
I'm really blessed to have really down-to-earth, honest friends who recognize when I'm out of balance and are willing to say, hey, what's going on? Don't be yourself. A lot of the time I'll recognize it myself, but when I don't, to have the backup of these wonderful people to bring it to my attention. And I find that whenever I'm not feeling myself, when I'm feeling a bit off, generally it's because I'm ungrounded. So really to just ground myself, to just close my eyes and to really deep breath and to visualize my own roots going down into the earth. And it helps to step out even just on the grass in the backyard and take the shoes off and just really stand there and connect to the earth. So that's, and spending time in nature. Yeah.
Beautiful. And that actually leads to the next thing that I wanted to ask you, that is about like your relationships, the relationships you have in your life. And like I wanted to know what are like the core values in like what are those pillars for you, those those emotional or beliefs that contents that build your relationships.
That's a really good question. Let me think. Honesty. Honesty is really, really important to me, and to be able to have a balanced relationship of give and take, and to have unconditional love and unconditional support. I am very blessed to have magnificent people in my life who do just that, who are very balanced. It's a very balanced relationships. And I think that going back to my journey over the last couple of years, the biggest lesson for me in that journey has been to ask for help and then accept the help that I've asked for, and that it's okay to ask for help. And I myself really enjoy helping people. I like to do what I can to lift what may be a burden or pressures off the people around me, and to put myself in their shoes. Why would I deny them the same wonderful feeling that I get when I give? So really learning to receive and to allow those around me the privilege of being able to help when they can.
Wow. I need to write that one down. Like, why deny the pleasure of those who are giving to you, to give to you fully? Yeah. For those of us that are like the givers, it's easier to give than to receive. This is such an important reminder. And yeah, thank you for that. But because you work in service and you see a lot of people, and your work is, supporting others in their evolutionary path. What happens, or what do you do when you feel that you take too much on your shoulders, or when you absorb some of the emotions that they might release during the sessions, or the thought forms that are expressed during the work you do together? How do you keep yourself together and with healthy boundaries? How do you do that? I know a lot of people that work in helping others struggle with this, because they want to keep feeling the other. They don't want to shut down, but at the same time they want to know them, their own self-contained bubble of groundedness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's again coming back to nature, spending time in nature to ask the divine, source, God, angels, whoever or whatever it is that you believe, to take away that which is not yours, align it for the highest good of all. Just really acknowledging what's mine and what's not mine. Setting boundaries comes with protecting myself. I use crystals. I use crystals a lot. I also use essential oils a lot, and will use products like On Guard, which is the protective type blend of oils. And just trusting that I am protected, and that I am looked after, and that I am in service, and I am within the best of my own ability doing the best that I can for the person that's here for me as a direct channel. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Did that answer the question?
Absolutely. I mean, it's like you're very clear energetically about this, and this supports me in understanding where the boundaries are nothing else but that inner clarity. So it's very beautiful to see it in you so clearly. And yeah, I wanted to ask you, because you mentioned the oils, like what is the role that plants in general, plant medicine has in your life?
Oh, I have a calling to study plant medicine. I am in awe of the abilities of our natural resources, and going back to our ancestors in indigenous cultures, they used plant medicine for everything. They used sound, and they used plant-based medicines. There was no need for physical surgeries as such. There was no need to be filling our bodies full of all these chemicals that compound on top of each other and create a toxic load, which increases the acidity in our body, and that's where all these different kinds of diseases start to form. So I think that plant-based medicines are a very important part of our lives, and it's beautiful to have access to such amazing pure oils and products that we do. All the different vitamins that have natural fillers, so to speak, in them, rather than filling them with things that can be quite toxic and harmful to our bodies.
Yeah. In fact, you just said something I wanted to ask you about, the what do you feel? And I feel it's not only that you feel, but you live about vibrational medicine. So that understanding that everything is frequency and everything has like a healthy frequency and a sick frequency or a super high frequency, and that working with pure sounds like the sounds of crystal bowls or even the sound of our own voice, and the use and the interaction with pure essential oils like the dōTERRA oils that just carry this pure frequency, this pure vibration. Like, how do you do those two things together, or how does that manifest for you? Because it feels like the oils and the sound are just like in the manifest, they're two different things, but really it's the same. The vibration is the same, and it touches the body in slightly different ways, but it affects the vibration of our body. And yeah, because you're a sound healer, I wanted to know a little bit about that and what you think.
Okay. So every living organism has its own vibration, and it's the vibration that creates the frequencies which creates the sound. Sound is measured by hertz, and hertz are a resolution per second. So it's the vibration per second that creates a hertz. And the dōTERRA essential oils are hertz as in HERTZ, not hertz as in ouchies. So the dōTERRA essential oils, they have an extremely high vibrational frequency to them. They still hold the vibration of that living organism that has come from the plant. And I know there are people within the sound industry who actually have created instruments that can show people what plants sound like. And and crystals, and I'd be really interested to hear what the dōTERRA oils sound like, because I think that they would have quite an angelic harmony to them. And the blends that we put together, like at the moment, I'm really loving, there's Purify, which is the refreshing type blend, and Cassia and Ginger all together. And the smell is sensational, and it makes my heart smile. So the sound of those oils together would just be like an angelic choir, I think.
Wow.
I use the essential.
That was a good question.
It was a great question. Yes. I always have my diffuser just in the hallway there. So when people enter my home, the first thing they get is a waft of dōTERRA as they come in the front door. And, you know, when the delivery people come to drop off my parcels, they say that they can smell my oils from the street. So there are a lot of people, I live quite close to the centre of town, so there's a lot of people that walk past. There's a primary school across the road. So, you know, if the smell, the scent of the essential oils is drifting over as far as the school, well, the children are benefiting from it as well, aren't they? And the passers-by, I'm happy to share.
For sure. Beautiful. Yeah, I feel that all schools in the world should have diffuser in them. Would be such a game changer. And I wanted to ask you, how do you see yourself like expanding, and what is like your vision about your work in the largest sense on this planet? Like, how do you see that flowing and opening?
Wow. I am always expanding and growing, expanding on my knowledge. I love to fill my toolkit with the things that benefit me, but also that I can then pass on to other people so that they are able to accumulate their own toolkit of the tools that they need in order to move through things with ease and grace without being caught and getting stuck. So where do I see myself going? As I am getting better health-wise with my own rehabilitation journey, it's allowing me to do more things. There was quite a long while there where I was unable to drive, and little things like being able to drive now, moving through those blocks, those traumas, and it's given me independence, the independence of hitting the road and expanding out into neighbouring towns. So I see, as I get better, travel is definitely on the cards. I want to take my medicine around Australia and overseas and just share with as many people as I can, and even the people that experience what it is I do share, there's a ripple effect that happens from there as well. So
yeah, like the oils diffused in the city.
Yes.
It's the same. Yes. It's the law of love.
Yes. And what you were saying before about the oils being diffused in classrooms, I know here locally we have a lot of dōTERRA goddesses, I like to call us, or gods for the males that have jumped on the bandwagon, that do diffuse oils in the classrooms, and the parents have noticed the behavioural changes in their children. So, of course, they then jump on board and become dōTERRA gods and goddesses as well. So it's sharing the love, and that's what I really like about the dōTERRA business, is it's not selling anything, it's sharing. And I have not come across one person whose focus is to sell products. The focus is to share, to witness a mum that's got sick children, and you can see she's so stressed out and she's at her wit's end, and the illness just keeps going and going and going, and to go and hand them a bottle of On Guard and Easy Air or Breathe for the United States, and the difference that makes in the healing journey of the children, which then brings, I guess, a sense of peace to the parents as well, because number one, they've been able to do something where they had felt hopeless, and number two, just sharing the awareness of the potency of these products, and they're natural. It's a no-brainer, and it's a win-win.
Absolutely.
I don't know that I actually answered your question.
You have, and I definitely feel your expansion, and it's happening. It's really happening, and I mean, I've seen it happening since I've met you, and it's unstoppable. And on this, like, with this energy, I wanted to ask you, what would you want every woman on the planet to know about herself and about her magic and about her infinite creative potentials? if you could give her this, or what would you, well, how would that look like?
Wow. I've got chills. I've got chills all the way up my spine, the crown of my head. What would I give women? The power to see themselves as the magnificent beings that we are, to recognize that we are all here to support each other, and that we are all creating our own realities, and we have, over time, we've been manipulated, I guess, in a way to turn against each other and to see each other as enemies, and we're not, and to bring women together, which is something that I've just recently started to do, running a new moon women's circle, similar to a red tent circle here in my home. I've opened up my home, and seeing women come together who have, for one reason or another, been isolated, and then seeing these relationships form and these supports, and to hear all the me toos, you know, and to feel understood, and to really link arms and support each other, and to understand that we are magical beings. We hold so much love and so much wisdom and so much joy. And when we come together and emanate that as a group, you know, world peace is just around the corner.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I love how our questions and answers were this flow. And my last question for you today was exactly about this collective of conscious women coming together at this time of, I would call it global awakening. You know, it's happening all over the world. And what is your part in this collective of women?
I see myself as a bringer together of people. I love to connect people. It's like recommending your favorite cake shop, or the plumber that came and did a great job. It's connecting people, it's relationships. And to know that with the power of the internet now, I mean, you're in India, I'm in Australia, and we've formed this magnificent bond, and I really look forward to meeting you in person. And that's available to all women. There's Facebook groups, there's websites, there's so many things out there that you can feel part of the collective and form these beautiful relationships without even having to leave your home. And I just think it's magnificent. It really is magnificent, and it's sending a ripple out through the world. You can feel it. You can feel everything changing. You can feel the energy rising. You can feel the love emanating from the women who have found their connection with their sisterhood.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow, that was super beautiful. Thank you, Relle. I'm really, really grateful that you accepted to come on this unknown journey with me of interviewing. And it feels like definitely I'm excited that with this medium that we're connecting through Zoom, 2 different countries, we're gonna our voices and our energies and the love that we have for each other is gonna be shared, you know, through Facebook, through emails, through whatever mediums. And that is, you know, again, is like the essential oils that are like traveling to our neighbor, and but throughout the whole planet. And it makes me very, very happy and satisfied about the use of my time.
I really, really love what you're doing, Giselle. I think that this project is magnificent, and I've really enjoyed watching your interviews. I've seen 2 of them now, and it's fantastic learning from sisters all around the world. Thank you so much for putting this together.
Thank you, love. It was great.